So you'll get the data. I've said it saved in Excel. Okay, so you can also import from CSV. Either way is fine. If you want, you can import from CSV or from Excel. Either way. So let me import from CSV only. Okay, so as importing this data, even though it's a month's data, it's fairly large data. So so this is the CSV file. So let us first do some transformation. Okay. So what are the transformation that we need to do? First, let us check if the date field has been. So this one we want to remove. Remove columns. We don't want this. Okay. So you see it has come over here. If I want to undo, I can undo. I can do that. The date is very important. This must show this date field. Otherwise, if it shows something else, that means it does not recognize as a date. Okay. Remember, in case of Google Data Studio, it was not recognizing as a date, and we had a problem that we were not able to do the time series analysis. So need to ensure that this takes the date. This is fine. Day, month. Okay, let it remain. But we won't do much with the month because it's all April. Day.
So Atanu, why they have splitted this 3 column TAM when we download this thing from TAM site. So this is why this is splitted is that in many cases there is a formatting issue happens in Excel or CSV. Okay.
Right.
So they have also given month so that from the system part, date, month, and year we can create our own date field.
Yeah. Plus, I think also, we will do some analysis. If I want to analyze day of the month. Okay.
Yes.
So here, obviously, there's only data for 1 month. So suppose I want to know whether 25th day of every month, there is a increase in the TAM cost. Okay. So that will help us to find that out.
Yes.
Program time, find program duration. Okay. Advertising time. Okay, so this is the program time, this is the advertisement time. Okay. So it's 15:29 and it is 15:31. So advertising time seems to be little ahead of the program time. So before which program it is coming, I think that is the, and this is where the ad position. So if the program time is more than the advertising, here the gap is longer, that means the ad position is less. Maybe there's a correlation. We'll check that out. Okay. Total ads. So as per our interpretation, this is the total number of ads that are coming in the break where this particular ad is appearing. The total number of ads coming in that particular break where the ad is. Okay. The break number, position in break. So position in break should be the same as your ad position. So these two should be the same. Yeah, 7. No, this is different. And some ad position in break is slightly different because some places they're different. So it might be meaning something. Ads in break, how many number of ads? So again, this is different from the total ads. So these obviously this will have some meaning. So those from media will be able to probably interpret this. But as of now, fine, we'll probably not use much of these numbers. But once we know this, understand this meaning of these terms, we definitely will be able to do a better job in terms of visualization, because then we'll be able to find the relationship. The TAM cost is, we are assuming that it is in rupees. So right now we won't be able to do anything. When we load the data, after that we transfer it to a currency. Okay, and network name, advertiser group, language, miscellaneous. So I think rest of the thing is fine. Okay. Any other, do you think any other changes you need to make as far as this data is concerned? We just removed one column. Apart from that, I don't think we need to do a lot of.
Yes, I think it's okay.
I think it's okay. Yeah, I also feel so. Okay. So let us close this, close and apply. So it's transferring so much of data. Okay, so yes.
Tell me one thing, Atanu. If
Yes.
after I load the data,
Yes.
can we also change? Can we also delete that column where there is no value?
No, that processing will not happen here after you have loaded the data. So you can do other kind of processing, but here you can't delete the.
No, but I have just done. I could do that because, frankly, I actually initially load the entire data. And then I have gone to that, the second on the left hand side, extreme left hand side, the second one, where you can see the data. So I've gone there and have selected that particular column and I have deleted it. Right.
So we can do that. So we can do that. Just do a right click.
The right button, correct, and delete.
Selecting the column, do a right click and delete it.
That's right. That's right. That's what I have done.
No, there, so you're right. You're right. You can delete it from right. So you can hear from here. That's right. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to first change this TAM cost into currency. So we'll make this currency, and so not dollar, we'll make this INR. So this is INR done. What we'll also do is, you see this is TAM cost and this is the add duration. So we want to create a new column which is TAM cost per second. That will be useful. Which is equal to my TAM cost divided by add duration. So this gives me another measure. Okay, so we have more or less the data ready. So let us start with some basic charts. So there is
that TAM cost will also have to be converted to currency. No?
Yes, because TAM cost also have to convert that to currency. I've converted that to currency. It's TAM cost. User cost, I've kept it as it is. It's zero actually. I could have, so following Suman's suggestion, I can actually delete from here. If you want, you can. So there is no other value. Let me check. User cost has no other value. So only zero value. Yes. So I can actually delete from here instead of going back to the original data set.
TAM cost for me has come, the entire column is now looking blank.
Just press enter. No, TAM cost is coming blank, or the TAM cost per second is coming blank?
Per second.
Per second, yeah. Just I think you just have to press enter and just see if you have made the right formula. So this is the formula. TAM cost divided by TAM
cost divided by TAM
duration. Yes.
Duration. That's what I did. It's coming. 1 second. So let me just. Can you just enable screen sharing for a minute?
Yeah, sure. Of course. Sorry, I should have done that before. 1 second.
Now that I have logged in into places, let me.
Yes,
just
yes,
do it.
absolutely. So now it will make, yeah, I've enabled it. Now it will make a lot of sense.
Okay, so this is what I put.
Yeah, just press enter. Just click on this.
I pressed enter. That's where it stuck.
You're not getting it?
No, it's not moving.
Uh,
This column got created, but
So you can click on any other cell. Let me check. New business. Yes, click over there, and then go to there.
no, it is best is delete it and create it again. Just yeah. Just do a new column.
what was the
This was TAM cost. Yeah.
Time cost by ad duration.
TAM
Yes.
cost, yes, this one, yeah, divided by ad duration. Yes, yes, and press enter. And just now change it to currency. Change it to currency.
I think that's what happened. I had changed that to currency, and that's where
No, just do it. It should not be a problem. Currency, and then change the dollar to, yeah. So on the left hand side you have dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's done.
No.
Yeah, 3 it's.
No,
No.
it is dollar now. It has to be rupee now.
Oh, okay.
So just click on yeah, on the top, yeah, that let it be currency. Below that there is a dollar symbol, so there is a drop down window. Yes. So you go to the drop down. Just beside the dollar symbol there is a drop down. On the right hand side of the dollar symbol, between dollar and percent.
There's a down
Small
arrow.
down,
Yes,
ha,
yes,
right,
down
right.
arrow. Yes.
So there you will see. To go down a little bit. All sorts of currencies are there. No. You came out of that section, yeah. Yeah, you can go to Bangla. You have Bangla, India rupee. Just
Bangla, Bangladesh, and then Bangla, India. Why it is called Bangla?
Why is it called Bangla?
it is given for all the languages. Hindi will be there, Bangla will be there. I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
So Bangladesh Taka symbol, which is T, and then yeah.
Okay, so this is fine.
Okay, done. Okay. So we have created a calculated characteristic, calculated measure also, and let us now try and create some charts. So let's say we can create some cards. Maybe there are not many measures here. Only measure is the total cost and the average cost. So probably we can do that. But for the timing, let's ignore that. Let's go directly to a stacked bar chart, a simple bar chart. Okay, so we can take. I want to know the different super categories. Against these super categories, what are the what is the TAM cost in these super categories? So first basic thing has come up very well, that personal care and personal hygiene is having the highest cost, highest expenditure in terms of the TAM cost. Okay, so then food and beverage, then durable, etc. Now, one thing you will notice that this is a very big data set. So it is a very long data set. Okay, and long, even in the categories is a very long list of categories. So probably I don't want to see all of them. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to filter. I don't want to see all of them because there are too many of them. So I can just say, so here you see the filter. So in the filter, I can do filtering in two ways. One filter is this, no, multiple ways. One is very simple, like I select some of them. So I select, whatever, agriculture, auto, and baby care, and then only those things will come. Okay, so this is not a very good method, okay, because that's not what I want to do. I want to filter maybe the top few. So the next one is that I can go for advanced filtering, but I'll show you the advanced filtering later. I can put the top N, okay, and I can say that I want to see the top 10 super categories by TAM cost and apply the filter. Now what will happen is that I am able to see the top 10, which is my interest.
No, but Atanu, we can also see that using that slider on the right hand side, no? The same thing that we see.
Slider means?
I mean, slider in a sense, the previous chart that you have shown, it's basically, on the right hand side, there is a kind of a bar that we, drag the bar and can see everything. So we'll drag the bar on the top and see only this part.
That's true, but it's little inconvenient. It's distracting me. If I don't, if I remove this, okay, if I remove this filtering, it's kind of it's a little bit distracting. Okay. So I take all of them, and then I have to scroll down, and I really don't need to know the ones that are not spending a lot. Agriculture, miscellaneous, corporate, brand new age, cosmetics. Cosmetics, interestingly, is spending so less. Television, maybe it is a part of personal care. So the classification of cosmetics is, cosmetics has been taken out of personal care. Otherwise, it's surprising, isn't it? What's your woman and the others? What's your feel that? Cosmetics is so less, baby care is so less, education is so less.
It's got to do with the definition of personal care.
Yeah.
We have a very large component. Personal care could mean right from your lotions to shampoos to soaps. Right. So there are large number of things which are grouped together. So that's why possibly the size is much larger.
Right. But even then, see, it's things like education. Education is surprising. It is having so less spend. Byju's and all advertising heavily. Maybe we're talking about 2017. So 2017, probably today the scenario is very different. 2017 probably will not have many education. So anyway, coming back to our thing. So this is the this is the advantage to one. So we can do it. Okay, so I can just say top 10 and do it on TAM cost. This is one. The other way is from advanced filtering will not be very relevant here, because advanced filtering is used, let's say if I want to say contain some particular, let's say ABP network. So ABP network has a multiple, or Emami, for example, has multiple brands or multiple companies in the name of Emami. I can just say, contains Emami, something like that. But here probably it will not be this particular use case. Probably this advanced filtering will not be of much use. We can use it in some other case where we are using some networks and all. Now, so this is the top end that we used. So one is this. The other is that instead of here, I can go to the TAM cost. And I say TAM cost is greater than, so wherever the TAM cost is greater than, let's say, so I am, instead of saying that I'm interested in top 10 categories, super categories, I am interested in, let's say, TAM cost where it is 0.2 billion. So let's say, 0.1 billion. That means, how much is that? 100, you have to write down a few more zeros. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. So yeah. So I think that TAM cost is less than equal to, sorry, this is greater than equal to this. Okay. So it can be a little less than that. So we have, now we have segregated not in terms of top 10, but point more, I think this is 0.5, no, not 0.5, it probably 500 million, like 500 million will be half a billion, maybe 50 million, okay, 50 million probably, okay, whatever it is. This is, this is 500,000, okay, no, this is, and how much is it? 500 million or whatever. Okay, so it's greater than that. So we are taking this. Okay, so we are taking those cases where the TAM cost is more than this. Okay, so this is another way of filtering.
Sir, I think what Sumanta has suggested, if we put a slider over here, that makes us more convenient in terms of how much range we can choose. And yeah. So
no, it's absolutely fine.
I think, we don't have to do so much of exercise. Just pull the slider to see from this range to this.
But Pratim, where exactly it will actually come to your use? Whenever, see, there are 30 items which are there, and the say bottom 20 items you don't need at all. So then why do you actually keep all of them together? So then it becomes a little inconvenient. But if you need all the 30, then perhaps you can use a slider. Or maybe in this case, for example, say this is the, post 50 million I want to see. The less 50 million, it doesn't make any difference to me.
Right.
In that case, whether
there is only one matrix, that is cost. So we can always pull the slider to that extent. So it will automatically categorize. Maybe
no, but slider will not give you this cost-wise difference. No? For example, the slider will not give you that if you want to take any items which is more than 50 million. How will you use that slider? You will only be able to use that. Slider, you can use that with respect to the number of items whenever for example, in one particular chart, perhaps you are looking at 10 categories at a time. So top 10 categories you are seeing, you are taking the slider on top. Maybe the bottom 10 categories that you want to see will bring the slider down. So that's the way you can handle it. But if you actually, the last example that Atanu shows that 50 million, anything which is more than 50 million, I think for this you need this kind of a technique, isn't it? Think about it,
and also you can combine. Let's say I can say top 10, and so that means it this one together will not probably work. No, it will work actually. So I can say top 10 in terms of TAM cost, okay, and more than this. Or I can say top 10 in terms of TAM cost per second. So I can apply two different filters. Okay, so top 10 in terms of TAM cost per second, or top 10 in terms of, let's say, total ads. Okay, total ads, and where the TAM cost is more than 50 million. So even I can apply.
This makes the classification more dynamic.
Right.
That means you can actually classify what exactly you want.
Right. And what you want to see, what you want to focus. Okay.
Yes.
Slider is useful when it is it's a dynamic thing that at one point of time you want to see a particular segment of the whole population. You can do that through the slider. But if, as Suman was saying, that if
yes, as also Sumanta suggested, dynamic but also static to some extent.
Right.
But here you can make it more classified and more informative.
Right.
Understood. Thank you.
Great. So now we know that how powerful the drill down feature of Power BI is, and we see that there's a hierarchy. Okay, there's a hierarchy of product, and we can easily create super category. Then not this one, super category, and then where is the product? Product group and product. Okay. Now, obviously, this TAM cost obviously has made it such that it's not nothing is coming here. So because if I divide it into this, everything will kind of get filtered out. So let me just remove this, okay, and just keep it in the top 10. So now we see that.
Can I request you one thing? Can we keep this chart as it is, just as a reference, and prepare another chart?
Oh, okay, sure. I can do that. Not a problem.
Thank you.
So let me, okay, fine. Let me just remove this. Yes, that's a good idea, because then you can later on refer to this. So
you also have the undo, Atanu, on the top left-hand side.
Yes,
so
undo,
you can actually use that and do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
But sometimes it doesn't go up to the, let's see up to how much, yes, up to how much it goes. Yeah. So let us do the next one. So I can just copy this. Everything with everybody with me as of now?
Yeah. Yes, very much.
Great.
Yes.
So here what we are going to do is, we are, first of all, let's remove this thing. We don't need this thing. We just have top 10 super categories, and within this we have product group, we have product. Okay. Now legend is different. We'll come to legend. Small multiples is different. Legend is for stacked bar chart. Okay, so I hope you remember, legend is for stacked bar chart. So now I can we can also do is in the color, this color, I can give a rule which says gradient TAM cost per second. Okay, average TAM cost per second, lowest value this. Okay, so now what happens? Now see, interesting picture comes up. So
so in case of durables, it is the highest.
Is the highest, even though the total cost of durables is lower, but the TAM cost per second for durables is the higher. Actually, I mean here probably a more interesting analysis will be on network, because the cost is dependent on, I guess, the network. Okay, the cost is not dependent on the category that is being advertised. So if I actually look at the total cost per second, or the average cost per second, what will be of interest is to figure out that which network has the highest cost per second, not necessarily which category of product has the highest cost per second, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because when a network is charging, a network is not charging based on what you are advertising. It is charging based on its own value. But fine, I mean, we'll keep it here just for our understanding. So, so we see that there are different drill downs here. So this one will take me to the next. Actually, here we would probably only need a hierarchical division, because if I do this, what is going to happen is that it is going to show me all the subcategory of products. So this is not very useful, isn't it? Because it is showing me on all the subcategory of products. On the other hand, if I do this, it is going to give a combination. This is also not very useful. What is useful is, let's see, I want to see durables is the exception in that way, that it has a higher cost per second, and within durable I want to figure the which product is having the higher cost per second, and lighting products and consumer durables, home appliance, they're having the highest cost per second, and within that Syska LED light is having the higher cost per second compared to Wipro LED bulb. Most likely this guy is showing in a different network. So what we can do is we can go back and let's say use network over here and another level and figure out that if Syska is giving a better, advertising in a different network. So you can actually say network over here. Okay. And then go back over here So durables, the cost per second is the highest. In the lighting products, the highest. Cisco LED is the highest. So Cisco LED, where it is spent is ABP News. Okay. Whereas Wipro is also spending on ABP News, but Wipro's cost per second seems to be lower than Cisco LED's cost per second, which means that the time, the slots that Wipro is taking compared to Cisco must be different, or the programs that where they are advertising must be different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting. So this is cross filtered, so that's why it is coming. So it was cross filtered. So, okay, so next thing we are going to do is let us find out. So far, everybody okay, comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. So let us do a time series and let us find out for which what was been the ad spend, or maybe the total number of ads during the entire duration. Okay, so though it is only for month of April, but still is okay. And we take the values as, let's say we take the values this time as total ads. Okay, assuming that total ads is will it make sense to have total ads, or will it make sense to have ads? I think it will make sense to have ads. Am I correct?
Yeah, total ads actually.
Total ads is not the right representation, right? So this. So we'll take this as date. This is our picture. And this is the total ads in the different days of April. So actually, in the beginning of the month, the ads are very less. Why is it so? Very interesting. You see, I don't know if it's a representative month.
Possibly deals are not yet done.
Huh? Sorry?
Probably the deals have not yet been closed.
No, interestingly, that's part will be the reasons, because this is the first year of the new financial year. First month of the new financial year. Sorry. So maybe in the beginning of the month there is not much of a business. Slowly and gradually it is going on.
And is there a trade? You see, 9th, 16th, 23rd. There's so 9th April is what day of the 2017 9th April?
Can we bring the day name here? So maybe Saturday, Sunday would be higher, or Friday. We can bring.
I mean, the day is there, but you cannot.
Sunday, 9th April is Sunday.
9th April is Sunday. So 9th April is Sunday. So that means Sundays the number of ads are less. Interesting. 16th April, that means that 16th April is also a Sunday. 23rd April is also a Sunday. Interesting. Sundays, the number of ads are less. And if you go to, let's say, if I want to use another secondary value on TAM cost. See. So this is my, okay. So more or less, it's not that the, the ads are less.
Automata,
Yes.
one thing is that you can take duration instead of cost, because it's not actually, cost is not the properly captured.
Okay.
So to
Okay, that
make
fact-
any.
Vishnu, that factor is same, right? What we say is we don't publish the right data, so that's a different thing. But here the multiplying factor is almost same. So that way, even if we take cost, that's okay.
Okay.
What was the point, Chuamai? I did not get Vishwajit.
The cost of TAM is
Mhm.
not the actual cost.
Yeah. No, that's
TAM
okay. That's the estimated cost. That's what we said.
So TAM takes the chart data and then based on that they publish.
Right.
Now, whatever chart data is, that is still representative. I mean, what he's saying is we should not look at cost, but that's a representative data anyway.
Okay. So interestingly, see that the number of ads as well as the cost is lower on the weekends. So this is the Saturday before the Sunday. This is a very interesting observation. It should not be the other way around. And Friday is the highest in that cycle. I don't know if that's representative or not. Okay. So let us look at, so let us try and do this network and let's try and see that how is the different categories of products advertising in different networks. Okay, so if I take another bar chart, so what we are going to do is we are going to take a super category. We'll take the TAM cost, the value, and in the legend, we are going to take the network. Now, there are a couple of things in the network. One is a network. So, is network name and anything else is there. Okay, program is there, program genre is there, advertiser, yeah. So network name is the one. Okay, so this one might be interesting. Let's figure out the network name. Network name in my widget. Now I have, and again, let me use the filtering so that top 10. So I can use a top N only in one. For example, I can use top N. Let's say I use top N only on network. Okay, so that means I want to see. Actually, I should do the other way around. I should move network over here and super category in the region. So network over here. Okay. So I'm basically trying to see what is the share of advertisements in each network for each category. Now, it seems to be a no-brainer, but let's take a top 10 network and top 10 network in terms of TAM cost. So ABP is by far the highest. Probably this is because of the sample data. Am I correct? It's because of.
Can you take channel? I think network is actually combination of channels. So
Okay.
suppose under ABP News you have ABP Majha, ABP Anand, ABP.
Okay.
So you can try on channel.
Channel is a better way. Okay. There is a channel program theme. This is a channel. Okay. Yes. Channel is channel program theme and network name. Where is the channel? Channel. Yes. Channel is the right thing. Instead of network, we should actually get channel. So if I take the top, so this one doesn't make sense. I will take, this is not, I'll take channel top 10 by TAM cost. So super categories are also lot of super categories. So let me see if I can do as, and I don't think I can do top N. I can have only top N applied only once. So I cannot apply top N for both super category and channel. Okay, this is a constraint. So I can't say top N for both. Okay. So since they are stacked bar chart, these super categories will remain. Okay, so I have to see all the super categories within this. So it basically shows that let's say, let's try and see if there is any exception out here. Okay, this one, for example, food and beverage in Z Bangla seems to have much more, presence in Z Bangla than ABP News. So guys from food and beverage brands, they're advertising more in Z Bangla than in ABP News. Isn't it? I mean, does it ring a bell?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Why is it so? Because while people are watching news, they don't want to see ads of food and beverage.
No, I think in the entertainment channel, while they're watching serials, it's perhaps their food and beverage consumption is higher. That's what maybe the research is there.
Usually food and beverages will be higher in GEC than a news channel usually, and more entertainment, women oriented, whereas news genre is more men oriented.
Okay.
Therefore, you'll find lesser listings of HULs in a news channel rather than a general interest GEC, as we call it.
This one also, this
Women
one is
targeted. That's more
personal care, personal hygiene. You see, personal care, personal hygiene, the share is low in both ABP Anando and ABP News, whereas it's much higher in Z Bangla, Colors
It's the
Bangla.
same
stuff.
logic.
Same logic, yeah.
News channel and general interest.
Very interesting.
So it's all these are targeted to women, whereas news is targeted to men.
Okay, interesting. So let me put this as dashboard 1. So you can see that because it is a pretty big file, it is taking time. Okay, so a good idea would be to save it, because this is where you have to probably use a kind of a server environment. So you cannot process this for your real work, because you can see that if 1 month data is taking so much of time, you can't just process in your own laptop if you are processing for a year's data, for example. So you have to take it from the server, whether it's a dedicated server or a cloud environment. So better to save this so that you don't. So I'm just saving this. I suggest that you also do the same. Okay, great. Next thing, let us try and figure out this another thing on ad time. Okay, so if we make a simple column chart, and the column chart I want to do on let's say something on advertising time. Okay. Advertising time and number of ads. Where is ads? So this is another interesting time. That is telling me that what point of time maximum number of ads are being shown. Okay, so you see this is what time? 7:54:19. Okay, this is the time where maximum ads are being shown. Now I could actually have created some brackets. Okay, let me see if now this is a date function, so sometimes it doesn't work very well, but let me still see if we can do that. Okay. So we'll create a okay, by the way, I mean, before that, let me just go a little slow and
on axis, what did we take?
we on the axis we took ad time, advertising time.
Okay. Okay. And advertising time, it was year, quarter, month, day?
No, this is overall. So during the entire this thing, if we look at the advertising time, I mean, what time ads were being served. Okay, this is the time. I'm assuming that the advertising time means the time when the ad was being served. So there are two time basically. One is advertising time and the other is the program time. Okay, so advertising time, I'm assuming that this is the time where the ad was being served. Okay, so
so in the base data, on the date, you had made some changes I had not made. What is that, if you recollect?
In
You
the
made some correction, no, in the dates?
No, I did not do any correction. It automatically picked up the date. When it selected the date, which is over here. Where is the date? Where is the date? This one. Okay, so it automatically, when we are transforming the data, it automatically, I just checked whether their date function has been taken. And if you are getting this,
no, I'm not. I'm getting, I'm getting
are
these
you
options.
getting this chart? Are you getting this chart?
Yes, yes.
If you are getting this chart, that means it has correctly picked up the date.
Okay.
Because otherwise it will not give you this chart. Because it's taking, you see, 2nd April, 9th April, like that. So it has correctly picked up the date. But here we are talking about the time. That means across all days, what was the what is the TAM or the rather number of ads, at what time of the day the number of ads were maximum. So it is taking individual time slots and picking up where the maximum amount of time, where the maximum number of ads were being shown. At what time? Making sense? I mean, is everybody with me? Yes, all good.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Now, what I was trying to do, let me see if it works. I want to slot this. I mean, this is individual time. Okay, I don't want that. I want to slot this as, let's say, afternoon, evening, something like that. Okay. So let me see if I can do that or not. It's a date function, so sometimes it is a little complicated. Let me call it add time slot. If what is this time? ADVT time. ADVT time. Oops. Time greater than. Will it work, Vishwajit? What do you think? I don't. No, it will not work, no? Vishwajit, there.
Should work.
Huh?
Should work.
No, it not works. Because this is taking a number. Okay.
Oh.
I think it will not work.
No, but it should take the same format as the column that you're taking here, na?
Not very sure. Let's see. Just trying to see if it works, and then we can make the changes.
I just decided to add a column and it just says working on it.
Huh? Now let me just see if it works. No, it doesn't work. Okay, so I have to do something there.
No, I just said add a column and it's saying working on it.
Oh, no, if you're given a formula, it will say working.
No, I
Anyway,
didn't.
we'll try this adventure next time. Okay. So what I was trying to do, let me show, explaining what I was trying to do. See, the individual time is not of much use. Okay, we should be able to, basically, it's a continuous variable. So you should be able to divide it into categorical variable and kind of say
Morning, afternoon, evening, night.
early morning, early afternoon, something like that, and then figure out that which slot the maximum number of ads are coming.
No, but tell me one thing, why Atuna it did not work? Because the logic is the correct, no?
No, syntax.
We have captured the time. We
Yeah,
have captured the time, and we are saying that if it is greater than 18, you will call it as evening. That's the definition. So why it will not work? And what is the reasons behind it?
The syntax, the grammar. See, the grammar of the SQL. Okay, that varies from different statements.
Then for 18, I mean, for a time band, there should be some function to call it.
Yeah,
as
of course,
a time band.
there'll be. There has to be. Okay, it's only that we have to figure out what is that syntax. That's it. Usually, date and functions are slightly tricky because applying a multiplication, because it's not a decimal system, right? A date and time is not a decimal system. So because of that, applying addition and subtraction functions are difficult. In a sense, you need to know how to convert it.
Although the one thing for simplicity, can we do that? We can you can take only hour, extract only hour as number in a separate column, and write a formula on top of that.
Yeah, of course, I can do that. Only thing is that it will require some time for me to write that query.
Okay, got it.
I'm not used to writing long SQLs these days.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe you can help me next time on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So of course, definitely possible. So anyway, so instead of this, what we can do, let it be over here. We will make another one, which will probably help us to figure out on the day of the week. So let's say we'll make a same column chart, but this time we are going to look at the day. Okay. And we are going to look at the ads. We're not using the total ads. Okay. So interestingly, you have.
Interestingly, my laptop still says working on it, so I got stuck.
It's because of your no. It's possible. It's because of your the processing.
So do I need to shut it down, or?
If it hangs for a long time, then you have to basically kill the task. So if you do a Control-Alt-Delete and kill that task.
Okay.
Otherwise, the only option is to just shut it down. Okay. But this is, what is the configuration of your laptop? What is the RAM?
That is an interesting question. I'll have to search for
No,
it.
Intel. What is the chip that you're using? Anyway,
It's an Intel Core i8 generation.
Anyway, even my laptop. That's why I kind of though this is not a I'm using an i5 10th gen, so it's not a very high end, but it can, and even for a higher end laptop, it can hang because it's quite a bit of a data. So anyway, so this is by the day of the week. Okay. Let's look at some other charts. Let's look at
So, Atunanda,
Uh-huh.
suppose I am HUL and I want to see how my competitors are spending on which networks and monthly how much are they spending and what time are they advertising. So we see that from this data. I'm not very sure.
which one? Just repeat the thing.
I'm saying, see, as a business, how do we, so if I am HUL, what
Uh-huh.
I would want to see is how much is my competition spending in a month,
Right.
what channels are they picking up, and I mean, maybe a cost benefit kind of a thing.
Okay. No problem. I mean, you will not get the benefit data is not there. Okay.
Acha,
As I said, that's one of the drawbacks of the TAM data, because it doesn't say anything about what a consumer, how a consumer has reacted to this ads.
The result you wouldn't find, yeah.
And I guess that's the
But
inherent challenge of the TAM data, because the TAM doesn't have that, right?
but
Whereas if you
shouldn't
look at-
this give the GRPs? I think it should.
This one at least did not have.
This one is not.
It did not have the TRP or TRP. So you don't have the benefit, but yes, the cost wise, what we'll do is, let's say you are, so basically we want to do it based on
One
advertising.
particular category, a product rather.
No, we will.
Acha.
So as an advertiser, you are looking. So let's say I'm looking at the advertiser groups. Okay, so this is the advertiser, and there's something called advertiser group also. Where is the advertiser group? Yeah, advertiser group. So advertiser group is more relevant because it is as a company. Okay, so Imami Group is a company, Shawwal is the company, like that. Okay, so I can look at as an advertiser group, what is the sale. Let's do a different time. Let's do a tree map. Okay, so in a tree map, I will see as an advertiser group.
No, but Atanu, I think if the HUL have to see, they will not look at advertising group wise. No? They will actually look at brand wise. For example, product wise, correct.
Okay.
For example, say one particular brand and they will compare with Imami's brand.
Right.
Now, if you actually look at HUL versus Imami, HUL's volume will always be high. And because they have so many products in the brands.
Okay.
So I think maybe the hair oil versus hair oil. So HUL brand of hair oil versus Imami brand of hair oil is the comparisons that HUL hair oil product manager would like.
Right. Absolutely right. So in that case, what we'll do is we'll first do advertiser group, then we'll apply a filter. Okay. So we'll take an advertiser group, and we'll take, so we'll let tree map, advertiser group versus my spend, right? TAM cost, and I want to fill out, we'll filter this out. We want to filter this on a product category, like super category, right? So we want to filter this in super category, and we want to say, let's say, for personal care. So now we have the ad spend for all the advertiser groups filtered on personal care. And let's say I want to, I want to not see all of them. I want to see is this making sense? Is this what?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to filter only where, or let's say I want to have the top 10 advertiser groups by TAM cost. Now I have, as an actual manager, I have this. Ticket Bank is so for personal care, these are the top 10 advertising. And if I want to now know where are they, in which channel they are spending the money, then I will take the what was that? Network. Vishwajit gave me something else apart from network. What was that?
Channel.
Channel. Where is channel? Where is it? Yes. So now I have a drill down. Maybe I'll take network and then I'll take channel. So now I have a drill down. So Unilever is the biggest spender, and I want to know in which channel Unilever is spending the highest. So Viacom, okay, and personal care. So this is for personal care brand. Unilever is the highest spender. Unilever is spending most on Viacom media channel, and in Viacom media, okay, there's only one color spot. But if there is others, what I can do is instead of channel, or rather instead of channel, we can do something more interesting. We can say genre. So instead of channel, I can use program. Something was there, interesting thing. Okay.
But I think all of it was news. No, it wasn't.
Huh? No, there is one interesting thing. One is
news and
program
this
genre.
one.
Program genre. So let's use program genre. Okay. So program genre. Network name, program genre. Now, in Viacom, what are they using? Which program? Probably it's one only, but still. So Unilever, Viacom. Program genre is drama, soap, feature films, interviews, portrait, comedies, etc. And when they are going to Z, what is the genre? Similar. Cookery, but cookery is a game show quiz that is there in Z, which is not there in Viacom. Star India, feature film. So Star India, they are they're spending on feature film. Interesting.
Very interesting. But tell me one thing from a previous chart, Atanu. In that time series that we actually get to see that on 9th and 16th April, there is a dip, which happened to be a Sunday. Right? That's what Shubhamaya said, it's a Sunday.
Right.
Now on the next chart, you can see that Sunday, it's not the lowest. It's immediately after Saturday, Sunday, it's there.
Yeah, number of ads.
So why there is a disconnect? Sunday, it's not the lowest. In the time series chart, you can see Sunday is the lowest. But in this chart,
is different.
Here it is different.
Cost and that was cost.
This
and
one
this
also
is
has
number
ads.
of ads.
It also has number of ads.
Yeah, correct.
It also has number of ads.
So the number of ads, here it is showing that Sunday is the lowest, right? So why in that chart it is different?
It is possible that the number of Saturdays, Sundays is one higher.
In the month of April
In that
2017.
particular month of April.
Let's check. We can check immediately whether that is actually in 2017, because I don't think.
The 23rd, see 23rd was a Saturday. Okay, so 30th will be a Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday has one extra day in April. I think that's the possible explanation.
Yeah, correct. It's 5
can-
Saturdays
you
and
can,
5 Sundays.
Atmananda, you can aggregate by average. So in that case, we can get a right figure in Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, you are right. So here instead of total ad, you should take average.
Right. Correct.
Now you see, yes.
No,
Now it's
So-
what? It's same.
No, Saturday, Sunday is.
no. It's actually not aggregating the way that we want.
This will not work. This is not work.
Yes, so we need to write some logic.
This is not work. Yeah.
Is there any LOD
Here,
level of
take
detail?
away the last 2 Saturdays data, last Saturday, Sundays data, and then calculate. Okay, great.
So
I
look at
think-
the last one, the tree map. Can you just show how you put the filter there?
Where is the filter? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I made this filter here, super category. So the ones that are there in the dimension, the advertiser, group, network, and program is by default in the filter. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't want to filter on any of this. I want to
Correct.
filter on super category. So
So you brought it here.
I brought it here. Yeah, that's right.
Oh. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Let me do.
Atmananda, I just discovered one small thing.
Yes.
The slider that we were talking about,
Right.
we can actually drag the slider from both the sides to make it more dynamic,
Yeah.
to select a range.
Yeah. So
I was thinking that the slider was only movable from one side.
no. You can take the lowest as well as the highest.
Yes.
Pratim is a fan of slider, it seems.
No.
No, I'm joking. I know. It's no. Let me try out this one. Okay, ribbon chart. I hope you remember what a ribbon chart is. Okay, ribbon chart. So where can you use a ribbon chart here? Let's take the day of Let's take the day of the month. Okay. So what we are going to do is we're taking this DD. Okay, this is the day of the month, and we are going to let's say take values as again our ads, number of ads. And region, let's take maybe advertiser. So this is the day of the month in April. In April month, it's similar to the line chart that we saw. Okay, so in April month, how many ads we have got? Okay, we saw that towards the end of the month there are more ads. But now I want to break it down to, let's say, advertiser group. Too much of data. So let me see if I apply top in here. Top 10. So here. Here you can't apply top 10. So no, here you can't apply top 10. See, what I was trying to figure out is that is there any change in the advertiser, some days of the month, certain advertiser groups are kind of advertising more compared to the other days of the month. Okay, so instead of advertiser group, let me just do something which is more manageable. So this one, of course, we can do, but we have to then create a filter on. We can create a filter on number of ads maybe. See. It's greater than 100. 200. Okay, makes some sense, but let me see. So here you see that, so this is the advertiser well, ad is one in Hindustan Lever. Okay, so Hindustan Lever obviously in top. Now, if you see Reckitt Benckiser, okay, Reckitt Benckiser was actually advertising. It was much lower in the first 3 days of the month, and then it picked up. Okay, and then it came to the second position. On the other hand, this yellow guy, which is Imami Group was very sporadic. It advertised few days in the beginning of the month, then stopped. Then it advertised on whatever 11th day of the month, then again stopped. Again, it advertised on these days of the month. So it is very, very kind of intermittent. Okay, they're not continuous. Whereas you see that Unilever is obviously pretty continual. Reckitt Benckiser is, and most of the others are, but Imami is not. Even though the number of ads is one of the top within the top 500 or whatever we have filtered, but it is not continuously giving the advertisement, or at least it is not giving advertisements higher than what we have filtered. Okay, am I making sense?
Yeah.
The interpretation of this chart. Okay. Great. So just
it would have been better if you would have actually get the result of this advertising. Then we can actually go back and show it to them. Let's see, this is what HUL have done, and this is what the outcome, and this is what you have done, and this is what the outcome.
So that's where I think your GRC data, not GRC, GRP and TRP data can help.
Not really. I mean, GRP will just give you key. This is the GRP spends that they have done for the month. But actually, how much did it gain in terms of sales volume is something that.
Yeah, that though is difficult, I think.
Yeah.
It won't be available here.
Yeah.
So that's where you can use the digital. So fine. So let us move to some other charts. We can do a scatter plot. So where do you think a scatter plot will be of use here? Where can I use a scatter plot? Here. Scatter plot is, we were doing the other way around. Actually, it should not be like this. It should not be that there's a chart and we're trying to figure out what is the use of the chart. It should be the other way around. There's a business requirement and you're trying to figure out which chart is most suitable. But anyway, this is just for our learning. So where do you think? Scatter plot is for two measures, right?
Yeah.
So which two measures will it make sense? So we'll take TAM cost per channel per second and the total ads. So not this total ads, sorry, the other one. These ads. So I'm trying to map that the TAM cost per second, which is the average TAM cost per second, okay, against the total number of ads given. And I want to do this by ad network or channel. And let me do the network operator. So you have the network operator, and the size is your TAM cost total. And let's see what it gives. we can have some networks which are, let's say, top 10.
What did you put size as?
I put a size as total sales. Top 10 by TAM cost. Maybe top 5, let's say 7. Yeah. So we have the top 7 network providers. Let's see. How many are there? Not many, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, so it's actually 7. So I don't need to put a filter that way. Okay, so it's okay. Now there are more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are there. Okay, fine. 8. So this is, we can of course justify the scales, the X and Y axis. We can give a minimum value, but for the timing, I'm just ignoring this. So we are seeing that, how much is this? 200. So this is the average TAM cost, so 200 and they are 56. So let me just make the scale a little better. X-axis is, let's say, minimum is 100, maximum is 1000. And Y-axis is minimum is 0, maximum is 60,000. Okay. Yes, this is better. We'll take this X-axis little bit, 50 maybe. Can actually take 0. Okay, so yeah. So this is the average TAM cost per second. ABP News Network is the highest TAM cost per second. Number of ads is also the highest. Okay. On the other hand, the TAM cost per second for Z Entertainment is much higher, but the number of ads is lower. This guy, the TAM cost is Star India is much lower, but the number of ads is higher. And the total sales is also higher than that of Z as well as Viacom. The Z and Viacom are having a much higher average TAM cost. Yeah. Is everybody with me? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Can we put any play axis?
Yes, of course. I was going to do that. Pratim loves play axis. But you'll not probably get a very exciting result here. But for if you have a total year's data, probably this will be.
Yes, it's just for a month. So
yes,
that's why.
So
my chart also, it's not so encouraging.
Yeah. So you have the play axis, but yes, for fun you can have this. So here it is. So number of ads is increasing, it will move up. But why is it?
It hasn't gone up, no?
It has not gone up, yeah.
But why it is so?
Yeah. That's what
Is there any outlier? Why is the scale is so high and the bubbles are so below?
No. Before the play axis, it did not behave like that. Okay. So this was after the play axis. So if I don't,
then all the data falls within those axes that we
So
have
here is fine.
provided. So
Okay.
why should it?
No, wait. So it is now taking the individual days. Okay, so it is taking for that particular
Acha.
day how many ads were there. So obviously in this scale it is becoming very low. Okay, so ideally what we need to do is we need to create a cumulative data of the number of ads, because if I put a play axis over here, what is going to do is it is taking that particular day what is the number of ads, which obviously is much lower than 60,000.
Yeah,
It's actually representing daily advertisements.
It's representing a daily advertisement.
Daily advertisement.
So
Axis is actually not becoming dynamic, I think. It's the scaling of the axis.
axis is not becoming dynamic.
So I'd say it's a bug, I think.
Yes, you're right. Because otherwise the axis should have got, when moment I change it to a play axis, it should have changed it to the individual, the scale for the individual one. Okay. Great. So fine. Let's go to some other things. So let's try this out. The decomposition tree and the key influences. Okay, so these two things were of interest to Pratim, and Pratim was very keen on this. So we'll try this out. So we'll try the key influencer. I hope you remember the key influencer. So let's say we want to analyze the TAM cost and explain by, let's say, super category. Not influencers, so we can't take super category. Couldn't find out much difference. So let me TAM cost by what else? Let me try product group. Find the difference. Yeah. So what is saying is the product group, interestingly, the product group that causes the TAM cost to increase is publication and books. So that means TAM cost is more likely to increase when the product group is publication and books than otherwise. So, interestingly, if the advertisement is on publication and books, the TAM cost is likely to increase. And what is it that will make the TAM cost decrease is if the product group is airlines, or the product is education, engineering colleges, or auto two-wheelers. So these are the these are the categories where the TAM cost is likely to reduce. Just finding out a correlation. Yeah. Make sense? Are you?
No, but that doesn't have any correlations, no? I know I'm not being able to get that.
Okay, so
what is the correlation which is there between the books and the TAM cost, or it is it's a data analysis that they are showing that in case of books it is high. Is it like that?
Yes. If the product group is publication books, the TAM cost it's finding out a relation that when the advertisement is on books and publications, then the TAM cost is high. Or I think a better way to do this, let me try this out.
But I'm just thinking that there is no actionable points from this. No? It cannot. So what can be done? What is the actionable point because of that? Because the TAM cost is not determined on the basis of the publications. Right. So if I get to know this, what do I do on this? I can't do anything on this.
No, on this you cannot do much. But let's say if I got TAM cost per second, let me see TAM cost per second, and if I did it on network, the TAM cost per second for this thing also. So we are saying that the TAM cost will increase if there are ads from books and
Atanu, we saw that Hindustan Lever is the highest, I mean, the TAM cost is highest for Hindustan Lever.
mhm.
Now, are you saying that there is a thing of books in Hindustan Lever? Is
No, no,
that-
no, no. It is seeing the change. That means if there was a book publication involved in a particular instance of time, that TAM cost will, that it is seeing that there is a significant increase in the TAM cost. So it is trying to see there is a correlation, not a causality. Okay, a correlation between increase of TAM cost with advertisements from books. Now, will that help you to take action? In the sense that, you know, probably in this case, no, because it doesn't mean that you are trying to get more advertisements from books, because if there are more advertisements from books, the TAM cost will increase. It's a correlation, but there's no causality. So it doesn't mean that you'll get more, you will try and get more advertisement from books. Okay, so probably there's not much of action here because there's no causality in this correlation. Okay, but let's say there may be certain other things. Let me check. What will be, let's say, analyze TAM cost by day. Let me see if this makes sense. This doesn't. We don't have many this thing here where it is finding any relation.
Time.
Program time, ad duration. It's something is there on advertising time. Okay. Yeah, you see here, if the advertising time is more than, okay, so this is understandable. If the time when the advertisement is published is more than is after 17:39:48, then it will increase the TAM cost, because advertisement in the evening are, so that might help.
Prime time. Yeah.
So that might help you to decide that where advertisement cost will be the highest and what time it will try to reduce. In the midnight. Okay. So 005551 to 12. So here I think it is trying to, so 12:40 to 5. So this you see afternoon 12 to evening 5. So this is the time when the time cost is likely to reduce. So probably this one will probably make more sense.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Now we have not used this data at all, which is the ad time, advertising this data. All right. Not time, but the ad duration. Okay. So if you look at,
instead of ad time, I put program time there. So the correlation.
Program.
Okay, no, it's okay.
The time, yeah. That's now ad time, that means the time, the total duration of the ad. Okay. And so this should be a very interesting data point. So let us see that where we can use this, right? Ad time. We can probably make a tree map on, let's say, ad time, where ad time is my dimension. Okay. Advertising time. No, not advertising time, ad time. What was the name of the field? Ad duration, sorry. add duration. So what I want to figure out is add duration. Where is add duration one? Is add duration. First one, add duration by, let's say, the super category only for the time being. Okay. So this is the different add duration. So you're saying that 20-second add duration is the highest. Okay. So 20-second add duration is the highest, then 15 seconds, then 30 seconds, maybe 10 seconds before that. Okay. So this is the distribution of the add duration. Okay. And suppose I want to make this based on advertising group. Okay. So now I want to see that who is giving the maximum number of ads in the 20 seconds duration. Okay. Unilever, Reckitt, Godrej, etc. So let me again do a filtering. So advertiser group, let's say, does these two top 10. Here I can't. Because the drill down, I can't do it on this. Okay, on top, I may have to do it on some other field like an ad expense. Total cost. Greater than, say, yeah, okay, this sounds better. So what we see over here is, okay, so this is the duration. Okay, let me go back over here. Oh, acha. Now it has taken 30 because I have selected some, I have only selected, I've used a filter which is on, where the TAM cost is greater than this. So it has taken off certain things, 20. So it has taken off those advertisements which are where the TAM cost is more than 60,000. And then 20 seconds ad has actually become less because 20 seconds ads are costing less than the 30 seconds ad. Okay, so it will not make sense to use this filter here. So let's leave with this thing as of now. So 20 seconds, what we're seeing is that 20 seconds ad are mostly given by Unilever, then Reckitt and Godrej. But if we look at, let's say, something like a 5-second ad, it is Safechem. Okay, so Safechem, Adi Moini Mohan, so all the local brands, Kia Seth, Paragon, all the local brands, they are giving shorter duration ads. Understandably. Isn't it? Make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. So let's try this decomposition chart. So decomposition chart, what we'll do is decomposition. We have very good use case here. So we will, we will have analyze TAM cost, okay, and explain by super category. Okay, then we have product group, then we have product, So now you can have this. So total TAM cost is this one, 2.69 billion, I guess. And if so the high value. So the highest value super category is personal care, personal access, retail, education. Then go by the high value in personal care, which in personal care, skin care, all this, and then further break it down. My in personal care, skin care products, Care Set is the biggest spender. Biggest spender. Very interesting. Okay.
Why did I get perfumes in personal care as the biggest?
Me too.
You got you also got perfume.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let me check.
I thought I am the only exception, Amrita.
Oh, that's why I didn't say this.
Yeah, I didn't say because anyway it was data, so it is
I'm
fine.
not very sure. Okay, super category.
In fact, my personal care value is also very different.
Which one? Which one?
One second. My TAM cost is also different.
Did I use any filters? Let me see. Oh yes, you see the. I think I have used a filter over here. That's fine. Wait. This filter was there, add duration. So you're right. So this filter has to go.
Oh, from the previous one.
This filter has a drill down. So here you see I've done a drill down, and that's where this filter has come. So let me just remove this filter. Just have to remove this, I guess. Oh, why is this filter coming? Oh, this one, I need to go up here. This cross.
Cross.
Yeah, that's right. So now I should work. Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty surprising. The Care Set would be. It can't be. Care Set can't be that bigger as. Yeah. Now it makes sense. Explained by.
Yes.
I think now the numbers will come. Super category, product group, product. Yes. Yes Shot is the highest spender in perfume category. Synthol, Dio, then he, Axe. Wow. Interesting. Okay. All good, everybody? Comfortable so far? Okay, one fun thing before we close for today. We'll do a word cloud. You know what a word cloud is?
Yeah. So the highest number of times a word has appeared in a paragraph becomes the biggest.
So there are many custom visuals, right? So one of them is a word cloud. There are quite a few others, so you can see that, and next day maybe some of the. So these are word cloud. Okay. So you have to select this and you have to add this. Okay. So once you add this picture will come over here.
Once again, how did you, what did you do?
It will get added over here. See, or added over here. Okay.
Where did you go first?
Yeah. Just go over here, get more visuals.
Achha.
You have this whole range of so many visuals, excellent visuals.
These are all community charts, right?
These are all community charts. You can create your own community chart. There's this Power BI app. Where is this? This one, Power Apps for Power BI. So you can create. Okay, you can use R, Python to create your. But that's pretty difficult because you have to have very good.
Do I have to add my email address to get those more visuals?
Sorry.
It's asking for an email address to get more visuals.
Is it that you have to sign in? Yes.
Yes, I guess so.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I could not access.
Okay. So that means you have to sign in.
Yes. We need
this
to have a Microsoft account separately, and they are not taking personal account.
Oh.
They are somehow
So they need
ignoring
your
all personal accounts.
Yeah, basically, they need your office account to do a lot of marketing. Because I now I downloaded Tableau, the same thing. They want to know your department, they want to know your designation, they want to know your company. I mean, they want to know your mobile number. Otherwise, they will not go forward.
So you are trading your data with.
Yeah.
But how will you use a word cloud here in this numerical data?
Yeah. I'll show you. What I will do is see this. I mean, it's not that it will be of much use, but it's just for fun. What I used was this add theme. Okay. So what are the themes that are being used most commonly in the ad? So I put add theme. The values. No, I think I have to put it over here. Okay. And I will exclude. So there is some formatting I want to do. Let's say stop words. Okay. So I will use some stop word means the, a, and all those kind of things. Okay. So which are not having much of value. And I'll not rotate the text. Okay. So now these are the themes that are used in the ad. Mother, man, girl, lady, couple, daughter, friends, challenge. And suppose I want to make this more interesting, I can use a data filter or let's say category. What is that? Super category. Okay. And let's say I want.
Does it also give the number if you hover over it as to how many times that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Suppose for
you can you choose news channels only or entertainment channels only? Then we can see what are actually coming up in filter.
Yes. No, what I did was I filtered on super category. So let's say the super category is personal care. So as personal care, people are the theme on which ads are made are girl, lady, promotes friends, boy, Chakravarti, which Chakravarti, Mithun Chakravarti, maybe, Ritik, Sweat, okay, Kajol, okay, dancing, Akshay, okay, Mimi, I think Mimi Chakravarti. I think this Chakravarti is Mimi Chakravarti, not okay, you see Mimi and Chakravarti are in the same color because it has, I mean, it's a very basic text mining. So it has segregated, it has not taken as a bigraph, that is two words together. So Mimi
Baba is also coming up. So I think
where?
BA, Baba. Yes,
Baba,
in personal category. So Ma
Baba.
should have.
Ramdev. See, Baba and Ramdev. That's why. Baba Ramdev.
Okay, now got it. Oh, why Baba is personal category. Okay,
Baba Ramdev. It is not done a bigraph, so it is not segregating. On the other hand, if you go for retail, for example, okay, so things are different. I don't know what is PP, what playing, offer, WP, sale. So retail is focusing on these kind of things, upgrades, summers. Okay. If you go to laundry, lady, doctor, Rajnikant, market, doing puja, Jamdani, there's something to do with laundry. Yeah. Very interesting.
But how do we actually utilize this information?
It might
Will it help to create the keywords?
Yes, I mean this can. I mean, as a publisher, probably it's not be of much use. But let's say for an advertiser, it is a very basic idea of what type of themes are kind of used for advertising in a particular category.
So Shumanda, we use it a lot in qualitative researches. So we take the whole script, the transcript of what has been said, and then we put it here and try to look at what are the words that have been spoken the most. So accordingly, advertisements are based on those words. I mean, if required, I mean that is upon the strategy obviously of the advertiser, but then they will try to pick up as to what are the words that are largely associated to a certain category.
But that's from the other angle, that you are actually interacting with the customers to understand that what are the words that they're using. But here, what the other competitors are actually using the words in their campaign. So it's, I think it's a two different scenario. Maybe you can actually juxtapose both and try and reach out to situations, which are the words to be used or which are the themes to be used, etc.
Yes, I mean this is obviously very rudimentary analysis, but yes, you can get an idea that what kind of advertisement.
We can probably do a scatter on that as to what advertisers, my competition is doing, which words, and what the customers are seeing.
Yeah, actually.
The percentage of times those words are being used. Okay, so
interesting.
I hope that there are so many other charts. Next, I'll show you some more charts. You can also explore. This custom chart is extremely powerful. So here, of course, these are all, sorry, community charts, not custom charts.
Is the community chart available in Tableau also?
No, Tableau doesn't have a community chart.
So now take for example, if I have to use this kind of chart in Tableau, what is the route?
You have to write codes.
But that is possible, na? Vishwajit now can actually do that.
No, that's not so easy, Shumanda. Because lots of team are there.
I can learn that from this Google Data Studio and Power BI, and I can see the community charts. Vishwajit can refer to you, can create that in Tableau.
No, that will be so much.
Vishwajit next time is going to ask my home address or come to my home. And
it's like Russia. It's like Russia pounding on Ukraine.
Vishwajit, ready ho to me. Just get ready after this.
It's very interesting. I'm actually learning. So that's why. So I'm actually thinking where exactly the applications can happen. Vishwajit.
So one good thing is that this word chart is by default we have in Tableau. So first thing, and second thing is that like decomposition chart that Atunada has shown. So that is not available in Tableau, but the objective that we get of decomposition chart that we can achieve in Tableau in some other way. The same thing we can do that. Okay, so more or less whatever has shown, those are in Tableau also, but whichever is not there, we can achieve that by some way or by some
this decompositions chart is also something which is interesting and can be used in many of our cases. I can tell you, I was just thinking where exactly in the HR data that we can use it. There there are plenty of usage which is possible.
Yes, and I think only Power BI has implemented these things. I haven't seen any other tool, whether Click or any other Tableau or any other tool. This decomposition only Power BI has done, and that is very much useful actually.
And one thing you must have to implement, Vishwajit, do something and try and implement that. That is quiz in Tableau. I don't know how you will do that, but that's something which is very interesting, and there are so many things can be done through this.
So actually, quiz, I think it's there is ask data we have. So let's see how we can use that. NLP is there in Tableau also.
Oh, excellent.
So we can do that, I think.
So this is fantastic, Vishwajit.
Mhm.
And I know that your and my combinations, which started from SAP BO, will lot of such results. Fantastic.
Yes, yes.
And that's why I'm in fact learning. This is something which
Vishwajit
is great
is
learning.
reading it now. What's going to happen in future?
Yes, yes. Smiling is going away from my face actually. Gradually.
Then you can write to Devankur, now I'm working beyond 11 o'clock in the night also.
That these guys are in any case doing, perhaps I don't know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think it's very
But
good.
he
learning.
works so hard. I interact with Anindo, Vishwajit, all of them work so hard.
Yeah, I know Vishwajit when he used to work
I'm
in
not
SAP
that
BO,
Vishwajit.
and
Oh,
that
not that
Vishwajit is
Vishwajit.
Vishwajit
Oh,
Kole.
another
Vishwajit.
hardworking
Oh,
Vishwajit
is
is
it?
another
Vishwajit.
one.
Acha, acha, acha.
You are also hardworking.
No, not so much.
But I think, yeah,
That
that
is
reference is
Vishwajit
for
Kole.
Vishwajit Kole.
Oh, acha, acha, acha. Oh, yeah.
But myself and Vishwajit have, this Vishwajit Mahanta have worked together very closely for, all this data analytics. We started from SAP BO. I think that time, nobody in these organizations have a belief in any data analytics, isn't it, Vishwajit? I think in
Yes, yes.
circulation, we did the first.
So as circulation had come up with, yes, we need this solution. And
Correct.
no